Scientists say they are resuming controversial research into the deadly bird flu. A moratorium was put in place last year after two studies were close to making the bird flu transmissible in a model for person-to-person infections, not poultry-to-person as it's transmitted. 40 experts from 9 nations now say they're ending that moratorium. What to make of it? Dr. Anthony Fauci is with the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Doctor, great to see you. Why do this now and pursue this line of research?
Well, it's very important to pursue the line of research because this particular virus, the bird flu, is still smoldering, particularly in Southeast Asia. We have very few cases, but they continue to reappear. So scientists need to stay ahead of the situation to try and figure out what the characteristics of this particular virus is. What is it that might make it transmissible? As you correctly mentioned, it is very poorly transmissible now, even from chicken to human, and it is almost never transmitted from human to human. But this is something that could happen, and that's the reason why we need to be on guard for it. So the research is aimed at keeping us better informed and understanding this process. That's the reason why the scientists feel that we should continue with caution and making sure we do all the regular biosafety and biosecurity issues, but that this type of research should continue.
That was my next question. How do we know that this research is safe? How can we guarantee that?
Well, first of all, I mean, when you do research, there's always very small risks. These risks are very highly mitigated by very strict biosecurity, biosafety, training of investigators done under the proper containment. And this is exactly what has been going on. There's concern about the information. If, for example, you get information about how it might be spread, that it might fall into the wrong hands. So you got to make sure that, in fact, before you do an experiment, that the benefit to public health, to global health, far weighs out any risk that you might have. And this was really the subject of a considerable amount of discussion that began well over a year ago when the moratorium was first put in place in January of 2012 and is now extended for a year. And then just last week, it was lifted, but lifted with the proviso that the experiments not be done unless certain very strict criteria are met.
Really quickly, Doctor, who and where is the research being done?
Well, it's being done in various labs all over the world. The two big experiments that were the subject of the discussion were conducted in Wisconsin with NIH funding, as well as in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. But there are other investigators throughout the world that are doing this type of research.
Thank you, Doctor. It was great to speak with you on this
Same here.
developing subject. Dr. Anthony Fauci of the National Institutes of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Take care.